Hello, my dear friends of healthy hair and skincare. Today's topic is going to be the wrong myth of water-based pomades, which they are called today, unfortunately. But let's get first into some definitions, which might be a bit of a dry topic, but it makes, or let's say the context gets a bit more clearer with the progress that we're diving into this. So, first of all, what is a pomade? A pomade is originally a product that contains not only historically but also currently out of fat. Whatever or however you like to define it, whether it's an animal based one or a synthetic based one. Wax is because wax or petrolatum, aka Vaseline, is basically a different type of fat. What is hair gel? Hair gel, by its core definition, is, or the effect of hair gel bases upon the hardening of polymers. All right? So, one thing contains basically, or contained originally, of total natural ingredients, in the past, animal fat added with rose water or an apple concentrate. Currently, it developed, of course, in a more complex structure, beeswax, petrolatum, plus minus, and or lanolin. So that underlied some certain, let's say, variations. Hair gel is basically defined in its core effect as the hardening of polymers. Now, as pomade, as explained, was and still is a product of majorly natural ingredients. It has not ever been a regulated sort of term, which means that usually the production of pomade does not underlie certain regulations, whether in the US or in Europe, from certain institutions. In contrast, the production of hair gel does. Why? Because as the major component of hair gel is water, alongside alcohol, certain types, this underlies a certain level of, let's say, public institution controlled purity. First of all, of course, water, because of the underlying risk of being some sort of a infection source or fungus source, and regarding the alcohols, because of the misuse or abuse that it may underline with it. So, on the one hand, you have a regulated term, which is hair gel, and on the other hand, you don't. In Europe, the production of pomade is generally regulated, but not with the term pomade itself, but rather with the fact that if you want to trade with a cosmetic product, you need to have a sort of registration. So, on the one hand, you have a certain term, which is hair gel. On the other hand, you have a product that underlies, only in Europe, a certain, it's called branch, okay? Or cosmetic branch. So, first of all, that's the difference. Then, back in the days when Donny Hawley, the founder of Layrite, wanted to create basically his own product, he was not thinking about, I am going for a super perfect new type of pomade. That was way beyond his thoughts. His, let's call focus was, how can I produce a salon type product where I can sort of bypass the public regulations. So the first thing he did was he reduced the alcohols. He took it out of the hair gel formula, and majorly, but in its core, he still had a hair gel, but without the alcohols. So he could basically bypass the public regulations. Not only by that, he also named it differently, simply pomade, and called it a water-based pomade. on the American market, that was a rather big topic because everyone was focusing on the washability. And the washability was defined by its core with the ability of a Walmart super cheap shampoo that you can use. So nobody questioned the quality of the shampoos that were available at Walmart, but rather blamed the oil and wax based pomades and sort of demonized them as fat and greasy and so on. However, the water-based so-called pomades, which by their core are still to date rather pomade-associated hair gels, found, let's say, replicants, aka suavecito, and further. Did this help the whole pomade type of based scene or the quality of especially the product? Well, let's say both products developed. The oil and wax based pomades, circled more around beeswax, lanolin, and good oils. The water-based products are still today, well, basically they were in the past with layrite. They are pomade-associated hair gels. However, of course, hybrids developed, like the unorthodox pomade, now today the aloe vera-based pomades. They went into a certain direction. However, still not to date, nobody questioned the quality of the shampoos that are available in either the drugstores, the Walmarts, and so on, which is quite interesting. All over, are water-based pomades now real pomades? No, they are not. Neither by their effect that they are applied or worked into the hair, nor basically by their quality. Are they then to be demonized or anything else? No. I would rather put the focus on the individual quality of the scalp skin of a person. A person with a rather greasy type of or oily type of scalp skin will superbly tolerate will certainly tolerate a pomade-associated hair gel. Why? Because it, of course, by hardening of the polymers, it also dries out the scalp skin, which makes it super tolerable for this individual person. A person with dry scalp skin should definitely go for an oil and wax-based pomade. Again, likewise with the discussion of the quality of the shampoos that are available, this discussion has also never been raised, unfortunately. But in conclusion, do water-based pomade exist? No, they don't. They are pomade-associated hair gels by their core and by their effect. I think that is important, especially for the information of the customer, because currently these term water-based pomades is pretty much misleading, and because it does not have anything to do with a pomade by its core. And it would clarify definitely what a customer is buying in the end. So I hope I could give you a bit of more information with this video. If you have a different opinion, if you have further comments to tell me, please put them down in the comment section below. I'm happy about everything that comes up. I hope you're healthy, I hope you're well, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.